Have you ever wondered how your cat knows its last hour? The shocking signals hidden in her behavior may herald an imminent parting moment. Learn the truth about the secret signs and mystical changes that occur behind the scenes of her life, from strange seclusion to sudden aggression. Ready to uncover the veil over your furry friend's final hours? Death is an inevitable part of the life cycle of all living things, including our beloved pets. As sad as it sounds, sooner or later, we all face the loss of our loved ones. Cats, those mysterious and graceful creatures, do not escape this fate either. Understanding their behavior at the last stage of life is of utmost importance in order to provide them with maximum comfort and decent care. In this article, we will look at how cats behave before they die and what signs may indicate that their last days are approaching. By recognizing these nuances, we can better prepare for the inevitable and surround our furry friends with care and attention when they need it most. While the topic of death is never a pleasant one, understanding it allows us to appreciate every moment we spend with our pets. Be willing to open your heart, show compassion, and perhaps shed a tear or two, for such is the nature of our unbreakable bond with these amazing creatures. One of the most intriguing and frequently asked questions when it comes to the last days of a cat's life is, do they realize their time is running out? The answer, as is often the case in the natural world, is not definite, but accumulated observations suggest that at least some cats do feel their death approaching. Many owners tell amazing stories of how their pets began to behave differently shortly before leaving this world. You may have noticed similar changes in your cat's behavior in the last stages of its life. Some pets suddenly became more affectionate, or on the contrary, aloof, sought privacy, or changed their usual places for sleeping and resting. Scientists suggest that cats, like other animals, can detect subtle changes in their bodies and subconsciously recognize the approach of the end. Perhaps their heightened senses help them pick up odors or other signals not available to human perception. In any case, many owners testify that their cats seem to know their imminent demise. When the last days of a cat's life arrive, its behavior often undergoes dramatic changes. These changes can be alarming signs for attentive owners. One of the most common signs is the cat's desire to escape and hide in a secluded private place. It's as if they are instinctively looking for a quiet corner to spend their final hours in peace and solitude. As you watch your pet, you may notice that they avoid people and prefer to stay in dark or hidden places. During this time, some cats may show sudden aggression, hissing, or behaving more irritable than usual. Others, on the other hand, become unusually affectionate, as if trying to get as much attention and affection from their owners as possible. Your pet's voice may also change. You may hear more frequent, or on the contrary, very quiet meowing, and sometimes even screaming for no apparent reason. Unfortunately, in the last days of life, cats often lose control over physiological processes, which leads to involuntary emptying of the intestines and bladder, signs that a cat is dying. In addition to behavioral changes, there are more obvious physical signs of impending death to look out for. Loss of appetite and dehydration. The cat stops eating and drinking, which weakens it even more. Weakness and apathy. Your pet becomes lethargic, drowsy, and unconcerned about what's going on around them. Breathing problems and heart palpitations. Signs of vital organ failure. Behavioral changes, seclusion, refusal to socialize and play, sitting, huddled in a corner, specific postures, pre-mortem convulsions. One of the most frightening and disturbing spectacles is to watch a cat experiencing death convulsions. This occurs due to the disruption of the nervous system and brain as it dies. Involuntary movements of the limbs, outstretched paws, and open, unseeing eyes are all symptoms that accompany a pet's agony. It is important to realize that it is not always possible to distinguish death convulsions from other conditions with certainty. Therefore, if your cat is experiencing sudden convulsions, seek veterinary help immediately. Realizing that your beloved pet is in the last stage of life is an extremely difficult and painful moment. Nevertheless, it is at this time that it is important to remain calm and act thoughtfully with the cat's comfort in mind. First of all, try to create the most calm and cozy environment for the dying animal. Provide a quiet, warm, and spacious enough place for the cat to spend its last hours without stress and anxiety. Keep fresh water and light food nearby in case the cat wants to eat or drink. When the situation becomes critical, don't delay a visit to the veterinarian. A qualified professional will be able to assess your cat's condition and recommend the most appropriate course of action, whether it be an attempt at treatment or, if the cat's suffering is unbearable, humane euthanasia. Make your decision based solely on the well-being of your pet. Finally, prepare yourself mentally for the inevitable. The realization of impending loss can bring on a storm of emotions, ranging from despair and guilt to gratitude for the years spent together. Allow yourself to live through this period of grief, because grief is an integral part of the affection and love we feel for our pets.